Welcome to Sponsored by Nobody. This week, sponsored by houses. Do they count without roofs? It is August 2024. And no, it is not August 2024. It is September 2024. And we are playing Pokemon Misfit Island Episode 5. We are using the homebrew file of the Wild Words system. I am Ian playing Professor, and we have X playing Y, and I bungled that.
Someone has to do it eventually.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to take the? If you want to take a second,
No.
That's okay.
It's flavor.
Yeah, listeners know I try my best.
Spicy.
I'm Austin, and I'm playing Illuminator Travis today.
I'm Cabe, and I'm playing Augustus the Guide.
I'm Dylan, and I'm playing Nero the Ace.
And I'm playing I'm Taylor playing Axelvex, the Pokemon biologist.
Trend of the episode. Wonderful.
Nice. Whoa, what was that, Austin?
Sorry, I don't know. I think I burped.
Sorry. We are in. It's been a little bit since we recorded, but we're back. Listeners won't have noticed any delays. It's episode 5, as I said. And what happened last time, guys?
We were upstanding citizens of every dimension and modicum and degree.
We befriended some Nickets, and they helped lead us to the Raticate.
Befriended, right?
Yeah,
We collectively as a group did, yeah.
As far as we had left it, yes.
Yep. Yeah. No.
And then we ended up catching the Raticate for the kid, right?
Claude. Yeah.
Claude. That was his name. I was just pulling that up. So yeah. Sorry, I remember typing in this note. Owner of Eradicate with PTSD. Because I'm pretty sure we smacked him down pretty good. Yeah. Oh my gosh!
Which time?
No, and I just remember that Ace slam tackled the shiny Nicket.
Yeah. Oh, just like a cartoon villain who pops out of nowhere to own the hero
around the waist.
Judging me for this,
suplexes this fox. You did catch it. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I wasn't just like murder for I wasn't like, hey, yeah, pretty chunk of XP. Like it was a shiny Nicket. You'd do the same. Come on. Don't
I do. No, we didn't do the same. All of us stared in horror.
Jealous. Petty
we
jealous.
Made our way back.
Well, yes.
Yeah. Reputation went up in the town. We're doing pretty good. We're in awesome standing.
We got like S in all of the missions, so we got all the bonus loot to donate to the community.
Yep. And then you guys took a boat ride.
Yes,
yeah, now we're at the bottom of the Hudson Bay.
No,
we went across.
We were straight across. I thought the map showed us at the bottom.
We're at the hunting cabin at C24 ish.
There was a giant Terra.
Wait. No,
as well.
B24.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. Oh, yeah. One hex over. My bad.
Yeah. Because you're right on, like literally straight in line with the
Okay.
house.
Yeah. I thought we we're heading to the
to the far east.
The
mushroom forest,
and then down to the mushroom forest.
Yeah. So basically, you guys, to reiterate the last little scene for you guys, Solon, the master sailor, landed with you guys and said, this is my little cabin. There's a little cabin. He showed you around. He's like, I don't really go anywhere very much. Sometimes the traveling traders will come stop by here and I'll leave some stuff for them and then they'll drop some stuff off for me. He doesn't leave anything. He doesn't seem like he cares all that much, but he does he's like, I'm going to crash here the night with you and I'll leave in the morning sort of deal. I'll leave with the tide kind of thing. You're welcome to explore, but again, it was a bit of a journey, so you all kind of stay by the camp and hang out. I think Augustus, you had something you were doing.
Yeah, I was gonna say is a kind of like as we all get to this cabin, everyone's kind of tuckered out and trying to figure out like we know where we're going, right? We have a plan, we have our trail, but this is unfamiliar territory, and I believe it was the last session we found the boxing glove and some of these items kicking around, wondering what they do, and so with Heracross and I having this kind of small moment over this boxing glove, both of us together, is we decided to spend the evening training. And so at the end of last session, I did this roll, and I believe it was a 4, a 5, and a 5 on the triple. We're just hanging out, so I just rolled with the jolly trait, as well as the fact that it is very laid back and so very safe. So so we had agreed that there would be an advantage, and so yeah. So as you guys see, you just kind of see him tussling and starting, and it looks like wrestling, just very simple, very traditional. You know, they're grabbing at each other and they're shoving each other, kind of almost reminiscent of sumo sometimes, and then you see them grab, and they're pushing for a sec, and you're like, no way, and then Heracross starts shoving this old man backwards, and he just you see him strain. And he drops, but he rolls. And Heracross is on his back. You don't know what just happened. And I don't think Augustus really did either. He's laying on his back, and so they're head to head, and he gets up and he's like, whoa, give me a sec. That's how I did that. Okay. So he's been working on this takedown for a while. He encountered a bear in his earlier years, but he got really overpowered and wasn't sure how to go with it. But he had always seen Russian wrestlers and judo martial artists be able to handle them, to be able to deal with them without hurting them. So with the understanding and this little bit of experience, I used 3 discovery points to add 1 point into fighting. So now I have 1 fighting, 1 flying.
Excellent. Nice. Yeah. And with that, it's a cooler evening as fall has started, and you know the forest leaves are changing color around you. And you all kind of go to sleep, and early in the morning, depends on how early people want to wake up, but early in the morning, Solon just kind of heads out. He doesn't really say much. He just, heads off with the tide. He lets you guys sleep in if you're still sleeping. Otherwise, he kind of, if you wake up, he's like, well, I'm off, like the tide's going sort of thing. And he heads out. Yeah.
I was just going to say, while we were sleeping, I was going to be having Duskull just kind of like exploring around the area, looking for anything interesting, items, locations, things like that.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay. Duskull checks out the area while you're sleeping. We'll get that
I am
when you wake up.
Again up with the sunrise to paint the new vista on the map.
Are you painting it inside the, like, kind of sitting on the, for lack of better words, a veranda around the little cabin, or are you like leaving because remember if I described it to you, this cabin has where is this cabin? The cabin has like a 6-foot tall wood fence that encircles it. So you can see out over it, but like, are you going right down to the beach and like painting it right on the beach, or are you painting it like in the forest, or are you painting it?
I don't know what's out there, so I'm not crazy, but I will get Trap Inch to just give me a boost, and I'll climb up on the roof. Okay, yeah, sitting on the roof. Is anyone else waking up with the dawn, or is it just you?
I'm going to sleep in.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. So, Travis, you're up there on the roof painting this beautiful vista. When you hear this, like this loud frog, and like a polyp toad, and it's just like absolutely top belting this like frog-like tune. It's like singing, and as you're looking around, you see this. It's a shiny polyp toad is just like dancing and singing down by the water, like moving relatively quickly, but like, as it's moving, it's just dancing, singing, and like having a good old time.
Like just in outside the range or on the beach?
Just on the beach. The shiny polyp toad.
Shiny polyp toad.
Yeah.
Dibs.
I'm gonna like kind of look around. Oh Jesus! I need this.
Here, I'll put it up in the encounters.
Okay, that's handy.
There you go.
Okay, so
I don't know what the shiny. I don't have the shiny one on hand right now.
The shiny is the body's like a teal blue with like yellow like lobes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna like look left, look right, and just kind of like slide off the roof and hop the fence with Trapinch as a springboard using his jaws.
Excellent.
Using my art stuff just kind of like on the porch roof.
Yeah. This polyp toad's just like
I'm gonna roll
making
up
his
to
way.
Oh.
Yeah. He's
Hey,
you have to jog to like keep up with this thing.
Holy crap. I'm gonna toss out Toxel ahead of it and get it to give it a little nuzzle because it's too cute. Wait, no. I spray the ground in front of it with acid to make it slip.
With the
mucousy acid that's like a paint from Toxel.
Okay. Roll roll. I guess this is you're using acid. So roll your poison.
I have a point of poison too.
Yeah. So
that's okay. Slash. So it's
this polyp toad's just like dancing, hanging out, singing with you,
Tripped?
and you're like, you
said it was running away. You did not say it was singing and dancing and play with me. You said I had to jog to keep up with it.
Yeah, you have to jog to keep up with it. But I said very thoroughly that it was just singing and dancing, but it's moving. Like while it's singing and dancing, it's just trucking. Like it doesn't notice that you're jogging to keep up with it. It's just having a good old time.
It's just skipping along, minding its own business.
It's going to be a smiley face of poison in front of it.
It's got the fact that you're slow doesn't bother it.
This is going to be jolly.
Yeah.
Because I'm just going to paint a smiley face in front of it.
Yep.
And add it to poison. If it does a slippy thing, good. If not, we'll see what happens. And then I'm going to try eloquence here because of the smiley face.
No, this is an attack, so you got to use poison. Sorry. Yep.
Okay, so one for that, one for poison, and that's it. I thought the types added a bonus dice. You get one dice for the Mon for your Pokemon. So I get 3 dice.
Yeah, so you have 3 dice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because otherwise you'd only have 1 dice for like any of your Pokemon, but normally you have 2. Yeah. And then if you put a point in type, you get a 3rd dice. Up to 5, and then a bonus dice gives you the 6th. Yeah.
Okay. 5 and double 2.
Nice. All right, so it's a conflict. So I'll let you pick the twist. The conflict is it will like slip in the poison. It's now poisoned, and it's looking at you like it's all of a sudden like it stops singing and dancing because it's like picking itself up, and it's like brushing itself off, ready for a fight. It's PO'd that you've just ruined its morning.
Okay. But it's poisoned.
Yeah, it's got poison on it. Yeah. So it will start taking some poison damage.
All right, this is Inkwell's moment. I'm excited for this. The twist is going to be... Oh, that's a hard one. What's the twist going to be? It's poison, it's PO'd, but it's going to be distracted by and looking at the toxel in front of it. No, it's going to be focused on me. It's going to be focused on me.
The twist is it's gonna punch you. It's gonna aim right for you.
Okay, that's perfect. Yep, I'm fine with that.
And it's gonna use water gun and just like absolutely try to knock you out of its way as it like starts moving towards the ocean to like swim away from you. Because it's not dumb. It takes one look at you and Inkwell, and it's like, you guys can't swim as good as me.
All right. Now, do I have to do something about the water gun?
I mean, you can try, but
okay.
Otherwise, it's just gonna hit you.
I'm gonna use swim.
Yep.
Okay, to basically just kind of brace myself against the water and cut through it in a way that makes me keep my footing, so I can at least have the opportunity to throw a Pokeball at it before it gets away.
That's fair. You give it a try.
Okay. I think that's going to be careful and swim, and I can't think of any bonuses unless the ground is sticky from the poison.
No. If anything, it's going to be slippery from the poison.
It's fine.
Because you wanted it to slip in the poison.
It's soaked in now. So... Gosh, this is so hard. So much harder than I thought it was going to be. 2d6.
You started swinging. You
Double
guys
sixes!
always go in swinging. Double sixes?
Oh.
That's a good roll.
Oh. Twist of triumph.
I just cut through the water like Michael Phelps. I earn all the gold medals.
Yep. No, exactly. You managed to like stand up to this water gun attack, and the twist is before it jumps in the like ocean, it's gonna stand at you like it's gonna take a little like shiver from the poison, and it's gonna sit there like shocked in awe of like you did that.
Throw the Pokeball.
Roll me a d6. Evens you catch it, odds you miss.
And then it's my turn to catch it.
No, 1d6.
I pray for you,
Taylor. You need to develop your like engineer, like a crossbow or like a hand trebuchet that throws Pokeballs.
Remove a Pokeball from your sheet.
Yep.
And it's going to basically like the Pokeball just like whizzes by its head, and it like catches itself dozing, and it will like jump into the water and start swimming faster than it was moving before down like the way it was going.
Yeah.
You can try to like truck along, or you can try to do something, but it's starting to move.
Yeah. I'm gonna try one more dash to swim after, but I can't really throw a Pokeball in the water now, can I?
No, you can't throw. You could try to run beside it to throw the Pokeball, but you can't. You can't swim and throw a Pokeball. No.
It's a moving target.
And yeah, also, I'll run along and try to catch it for now.
Okay.
Try to keep up to it.
Okay.
Down to 10 Pokeballs.
Yeah, you're gonna. Okay. I would get you to roll. Okay, you're gonna roll throw.
Okay.
To see if you even hit it. And so throw is going to be, because this is a difficult throw.
Okay.
So yeah, roll throw for me. And because you don't have a point in throw, how it works is you roll 2 dice and you cut 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so 2. Oh, no.
And this is to see if you even hit it, not if it catches. Catches is a separate roll.
Oh, no, I see why I did that wrong.
So.
Oh my gosh. I cannot type today. Four, 3, so 3.
So 3, so that's a fail.
Yeah.
Your Pokeball sails like behind it, like it's ahead of your Pokeball by like 3 feet when your Pokeball lands. You can delete another Pokeball.
Ugh.
And it's gone. It's gone.
It's so annoying that it's a water ground type. It's been so much easier.
It's gone. Yep.
For now.
It swims off into the distance, and yep.
Make a note of it that we know where it is, and you can try again later.
Yeah. You
Mark
can
it
make
on
a
the map.
note that
Shiny
it was around.
If it doesn't die from the poison.
No, it'll be fine.
See it floating downstream later.
Just find a dead shiny Pokemon down the water.
Dark. Yeah,
Our True Toxel,
Yeah.
I tell it, or Inkwell, I tell it it did such a good job. It did so good. That was my bet. It did great.
It looks at you disappointed.
I'm disappointed in me. You did great. That's good, Shane. You're learning. I'm gonna go back and
I'm gonna pivot to the others because you've actually like as you start to head back, you realize you've been jogging for like a while after this thing, so it's going to take you a hot minute to get back.
That's fair.
Yeah. So I pivot to the others as you all start to wake up. Travis is nowhere to be seen, and yeah, the day has begun.
Well, that's no panic.
Not for you, maybe.
I'm going to pop out my Noibat, and I'm going to pop out my Nickit, and we're going to go and forage breakfast because Noibat's specialty is picking berries and finding tasty food to eat. So we're going to go smorgasbord style on the woods.
Which direction are you guys going to go forage? I'll send my 2 the other way. Keep an eye out for Travis, the little light bulb kid.
Trudging back on the beach. Why is it hot?
Oh gosh. You know what? I'll scout out the path ahead as well, like the merchant road, so to speak.
Yeah.
The deer run, whatever it is. I'm going to go scout out that way, and I'll just send them in I'll keep Nickit close because obviously we still need to build trust. And Noibat can do a 360 perimeter looping around and finding stuff, bringing it back.
Yeah, you don't need to roll for that. Like, they forage. It's okay. They'll bring you guys all just like some nuts and berries and random things.
Hell yeah. I'm going to hand feed Nickit then, obviously.
Yeah.
And we're just going to walk along and have a nice morning. And it's going to be like really like, because there's no one else around and I've gone off on my own, I'm like, I can drop the britches down and just be chill for a bit. So we're just having a nice walk.
Yeah. You have a lovely walk. You and Nickit are like, playing and having a good time, and like Noibat's there dropping berries for you guys. Like, Noibat's just dropping berries, and like Nickit's catching it in its mouth and jumping and like playing and having fun. And yeah, you have a delightful morning walk.
And you can't prove what you don't see.
Yep.
Beautiful. I love it.
And then Augustus, sorry, what was
well, because we would have I would have done a head count at breakfast. So if you went up the road, I'm gonna send
It's like a murder mystery. You just find myself abandoned.
You see him just kind of like puff a little bit extra on his pipe. He's like, God damn it, we're 2 days in and somebody's already missing. So like, we'll have a quick bite for breakfast. He's like, all right, guys, you know the drill. Iroh, you go down the beach that way. Hiss, I want you to go along that tree line and do it quietly, please. But let him just, come back, send a signal, do something when you find him, and be quiet, please, because Birdie's still sleeping, and he was like in his jacket. He wears a sweater underneath his jacket, but it's actually like got a modified pocket in it, like one of those cat sweaters. And Bagon is just napping and chilling in that little pocket, like a little papoose. Birdie's still a baby.
Yeah, no, they go out searching, and we'll call it Sir Hiss comes back with Travis. And
solid.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let somebody know when you're leaving next time, please.
My trapinch just sitting inside the yard, just like neat.
Yeah, and I guess that's on me. I didn't.
No, not that you abandoned him. I abandoned him. I used him as a springboard and chased after a frog.
Ran off. Yeah.
I'm gonna give a whistle to call Duskull back from its nightly adventure.
Yeah. Duskull comes back, and roll me. Let's see here. Roll me a shepherd roll.
Roll. Okay, and then what's my thing at?
It's at 1 for shepherd, so you get 2 dice.
Nothing else?
Nope.
Okay, 2 dice. Roll 2.
On the bright side,
6.
though, calling a ghost back, I'd feel like that would wake me up. Space between the slash there, too.
Yeah.
You got it.
There you go.
A 1 and a 2.
Excellent. Duskull shows up. It like took a little bit to get back to you, and it shows up, and you're like, Duskull, what did you bring me? And it just kind of looks at you, and it's like waves.
Hello.
Yep.
Glad you had fun, buddy.
It like floats happily around you, and it like it's having a good time. It's hanging out.
Yep.
Yeah. Nero, you get back to the group after a little while, and I assume you all start heading down the path toward like that Solon had pointed out.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would like to find more civilization.
Yeah.
How was that? Was there anything to see along that road? Nero, you said you scoped it out, right?
Honestly, I was too busy having breakfast. There's lots of berries and stuff like that around. Honestly, the path itself seems solid, and I didn't encounter a single wild Pokemon on my entire walk, which was probably, I'm going to say, like 20 to 30 minutes overall round trip. So,
okay,
yeah,
seems safe.
Yeah,
it seems good.
It's a standard. Like anybody who's been through the Cumberland biking trails, it's like one of those kind of paths.
Mm-hmm.
Not nothing too crazy, but like it is a definite path that people use, or at least people have used.
So we definitely got to watch out for those Pokemon hooligans. Oh, I knew it.
Is that us?
Oh yeah, wait. Are we the Pokemon hooligans? Pulls out Pokemon Go account.
I'm going to go with yes. At least I'm definitely a Pokemon hooligan.
You guys start walking along the path, and honestly, it's just a lovely fall day. A little nip in the air as the wind blows through the trees, and a few leaves, like the very first leaves of fall, starting to fall. But overall, lovely day. And as you guys kind of are traveling through, you hear a bit of noise from just off the path. You hear like a fetch, 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 like just a happy, again, singing Pokemon just off the path. You can't quite make out but you can hear, like, you can't see anything, but you can hear this noise from just off the path if you choose to explore or choose to go on.
That's lunch.
I'll go if anyone else is going.
I'll go.
What type of forest are we in this time? Is it like the one we were in last time?
No, the one you were in last time was a like very. I struggle to actually call it a forest.
More like a wood.
It was like a little wood kind of by the sea. Trees were pretty spaced out.
Okay.
The forest you're in right now is it's not. You're not in like the redwoods of California, but you are in a fairly dense forest.
Okay.
This is definitely like, wander too far and you're going to get lost. Whereas the forest you were in before was you wander too far and you can still see your line through the trees.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay.
We should just I'm going to start pursuing the noise of what I assume is probably going to be Delicious Bird, and I'm going to get Scyther to I'm going to be like, Scyther, tag the trees, and he's going to nip branches so that we can find our way back to the trail easily.
Nice. Good call.
Smart.
Ooh. I'll also do the same thing with Beldum. He'll make he's got that claw.
Yep.
He'll just make giant scratch marks into the wood as well.
Excellent. Yeah, between the two of you guys can scratch up, like, basically mark a perfect arrow going to where you. Yeah.
We'll be able to find
no labyrinth stuff, okay? I'm watching you.
No.
It's all right. It's all right. One tree can tell the truth and one tree has to lie. It's all right. We'll be fine.
You guys go, and as you get closer and closer, you hear more like fetch, 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 fetch. As this some sort of Pokemon is clearly doing something. And all of a sudden you just kind of like moving through the brush and the forest undergrowth and whatnot. You kind of pop out, and all of you are standing in this clearing that has been almost cut perfectly square. And you see just a faint little bit of a very shallow stream, almost like a trickle of water running through, and a rows of plants, like vegetables and other things planted in rows. And you see a Farfetch'd.
Oh.
Now, it's a standard Farfetch'd, and it's quite old, and it's using its leak more as a like almost a cane and a like almost like a walking stick and like a hoe or a rake to like.
He's farming. Guys, yeah. I'm like, I stop at the edge of his field. Like, I took like one step into his field and then realized exactly what I was doing, and like, I'm just gonna stand at the edge of his field and like watch him.
Yeah,
as I'm gonna put my arms out to like slow the others as they approach.
As you guys approach, you just see him just like humming a little happy tune and like plowing in his field. And then all of a sudden, as you guys like reach the edge of the wood, like his field, he kind of lifts his head up. Again, older Farfetch'd. He's kind of hunched over, and he's just kind of pokes his head up, and he like looks around a little bit, and he notices you, and he waddles over. He goes, Farfetch'd, 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 and he's like shaking his cane a little bit at you, and like poking you just a little bit with his cane, but like in the like inquisitive kind of way, not in a
he's like, who are you? What are you doing on my land? What are you doing around here? Yeah, right. Like I'm gonna like put my hands up, like I clearly don't mean any harm, and I'm like, nice farm, like give him the double thumbs up and like be like, hey, yeah, I'm a cool kid, like you're chill, clearly, like this is sacred ground. This is a farm. I ain't gonna muck around on
off the main path too.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna I'm going to sit down on the ground and I'm going to pull out some of the nuts and berries I have left over from breakfast, and I'm going to like offer some. I'm going to eat a couple of them myself and like offer him some if he wants some.
Yeah, he sees you, like hand him some, and he just kind of looks at you, and he like waddles over, and he reaches down and he just pulls out this carrot. It's like a beautiful big carrot, and he waddles back over, and he kind of just gives it a little rinse in the stream. And then he sits down beside you, and you see him, and he just holds this carrot up, and with his leek, he just all of a sudden, he's like lightning fast, dices this carrot into beautiful little carrot sticks.
I chose correctly.
And he'll like start sharing some carrot sticks with you guys as he's eating the nuts and berries as well.
Heck yeah.
And it's just,
Nice.
It's like, you know, when you get a good fresh carrot, like a nice sweet carrot.
Yep.
Yeah. It's delicious. It nourishes your body and soul.
I love it.
It's so good. If you have a fear, you can unmark a fear as this wholesome moment.
I'll definitely remove that mire. That's so freaking cute. Yeah.
And this Farfetch'd, as you guys sit and have a little snackadoodle with this Farfetch'd, you can hear him. He's just like, Farfetch'd, Farfetch'd. Like he's doing that old guy thing of like telling you guys a story as if you guys can understand him.
Can I use eloquence to understand him more?
You can try, but I'm going to give you a double cut. One, because he's speaking Pokemon. Mm-hmm. One, because he's speaking Pokemon, and a second cut because he's he's just old person rambling. So
it would already be difficult.
Yeah.
I'm still going to try, though. I am interested.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to.
Maybe I can glean some.
3 dice, cut 2.
Okay. You're already doing my math for me?
Yep.
5, 4, 2.
So 2. As you lean in to like try and like understand what he's saying, he just bonks you on the head, kind of like just lightly, to be like, yeah, like listen to the story. Don't like get so close. And keeps rambling. But like as he bonks you and like keeps rambling, he just stops and you see him like, and he kind of like sniffs you and he looks at you, and then he starts like poking around in your like coat in your bag, and he pulls out the sachet, sachet.
Yeah.
The sachet that you had. The beautiful, sweet smelling sachet. He pulls it out and he looks at you and he looks at it and he kind of like, even with a 2, I'm going to give this one to you.
Okay.
He wants to trade for it.
Okay. What? Okay, you know what? I'm cool with that. I don't need a fancy Oricorio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm willing to trade with it. I'm also feeling like I need to earn some good karma with some Pokemon after what I witnessed the past week.
Yeah. As he looks at all of you, and he looks at the sachet, and you kind of like nod that he can take it. He gets a little skip in his step as he starts to waddle away, and like puts it around his neck, and he smells it, and he's like, and then he moves and he puts it. You can see he's built like a little mound or hut for himself, kind of thing, and he puts it in there, with some other like herbs and spices and perfumes and things. And then he waddles back to you guys, and he motions for you to follow, as all of you follow him. And he gives you all can take 2, let's call it, pick 2 vegetables, 2 of the same vegetable, and put 2 beautiful big carrots or beautiful big beets or beautiful big whatever vegetable, and each of you can take 2 vegetables. And that just goes in regular items.
Okay.
And then, so all of you can do that. And then he looks at all of you, and he kind of motions like 1. You can get 1 of these, and he moves to like the back area of his farm, and you can see it's this little field. It's very small compared to the rest of his farm, which was already a not big farm. And it's just a row of 4 leeks. There's 4 leeks and about maybe 5 or 6 in each row. And he gets you all to look at them very closely, and he says you can pick one of the leeks. So the leeks in front of you there is a sword leek, a spear leek, a Y-shaped leek that would be used as like a slingshot, or a like large wide leek as if it was a tower shield.
Oh, it's such a tough decision.
So our choices are sword, shield, slingshot, and spear?
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm
going to take the sword.
going to take the slingshot.
No. You get one as a group.
This is Kingdom Hearts style.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm pretty good. So so you guys can kind of whatever you
They
guys
are
need
leeks
more. So
too,
yeah.
by the way. They're not like this is a far-fetched weapon. You need to have a far-fetched for this, but like it is a very cool item. It may come in handy one day.
I'm either pulling for the spear or the slingshot.
The slingshot, I think, has really good like
Utility.
potential. If we're talking about like what type of Farfetch'd would it be armed with this weapon, I'm pretty sure Usopp the Farfetch'd is exactly the vibe that I want.
Oh hell yeah!
God,
slingshot.
you're right.
Slingshot. I can get on board with that.
Okay. Yeah, you pick the slingshot, and you see him as you like point to the row you want, and like you go to pick it, and he immediately just smacks your hand.
Oh, is this some like Toriko special preparation stuff?
And he he very carefully like picks it and then like slices it and cleans it and passes it to you. Whoever wants to take it, doesn't matter who holds on to it, but one of you gets a beautiful, we'll call it a pristine slingshot leek.
Pristine slingshot leek.
And yeah, he'll share a little more snack with you guys and chat a little bit more before he kind of shoos you away as he needs to go back to tending to his field. But he waves happily as you all leave.
As most people do when I leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We find our way back to the game trail and we continue moving.
Yeah. You make it down the trail for another little while. And after what seems like a little bit, it's not late in the day, but it'd be getting close to dinner time kind of thing. And you see a little bit of a light up ahead as if it's a campfire. And you start making your way over toward, I assume you start making your way over towards the campfire.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Investigate random campfire? Heck yeah.
Yeah, the trail widens a bit as it makes it to this little campfire, and you notice you come out of this trail into a bit of a clearing, and there's a 5-foot kind of picketed fence almost, with a flat area and a tent set up, and there's 2 people sitting around a campfire. And on either side of this little clearing, encircled tent area it's not a road, but compared to the trail you were on, it is a road. There's a wider trail that is going almost north-south in this spot. And it's probably 10 feet wide, and it's well packed, and it looks like it's more maintained than the little trail you were on.
Mhm.
When you come out into the clearing, the two people sitting at the campfire notice you and, hello, come on over to the fire.
I don't trust them.
They have a little tent set up in a little picketed, ringed area. Like
what are they
wood,
wearing?
like a little. They look to be traveling merchants. Like that is the only, like they have a little hand pull cart and like some, bags and bushels of things, and they are very clearly traveling merchants.
Okay, let's go avail them of their courtesy and check out their wares, and invariably fall
cool
prey to their
shit.
scams.
Yeah.
That's fine though.
Yeah. But come, please sit down. And they kind of move, and there's some stumps around the campfire. They're like, we don't get many. To be honest, we don't get any guests on the road, really. So it's incredible. What brings you here, travelers? It's a gentleman, and sitting beside him is a very pregnant woman.
Oh, okay. I feel a lot better now.
There's not as much danger.
Good.
No,
There are no gnats for us in a fight.
My first impulse thoughts are now gone, and I don't feel bad for just. So you're saying I can just murder hobo their wares?
Anything good?
When we sit down, Iroh is going to sit kind of like back to back with me so that he is looking outwards from the circle, and then Sir Hiss is going to do like a perimeter once everybody's kind of inside the circle.
Nice.
He's going to just kind of be out there keeping an eye out.
It's just the dude and the pregnant lady?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, take a seat at the fire. I'm gonna have Wish Song, my Zorua. It's gonna hide in his shadow with Shadow Sneak.
Okay. Yep.
Terrifying.
Wait. Is that? So you're gonna try and sneak into his shadow?
It's just to keep an eye on him.
On the guy? Okay.
Yeah. Not attacking
roll.
him, just hiding in the.
You're using it. You did this with Helping Hand. I'm doing it again.
Oh, come on! What if I do it on myself?
You could do it on yourself. Yeah.
Okay.
I won't make you roll if you do it on yourself.
Yeah.
But it is noticed. But the lady doesn't seem to notice, but the gentleman notices you do something. And yeah. Yeah, they're kind of staring at you, waiting to hear your answer to their question.
Hi, I'm much younger and way not as totally uncool and weird as these old guys. Hey, what's up? I'm Nero. How's it going? We're travelers. We're Pokemon specialists, and we're traveling our way from town to town to see this cool new world. We only arrived recently.
Oh, my goodness. He shakes your hand very vigorously.
Because I'm not a tool. Yeah.
He shakes your hand very vigorously. He's like, wow, travelers. Incredible. We haven't. Oh my goodness. You can see he's like bubbling with excitement. And his wife just like puts a hand and just like calms him. He's like, okay, sorry. I'm very excited. Nobody really wants to travel a lot around here. Everyone seems to be nervous with giant Pokemon and all sorts of things out there, and nobody wants to travel. So I'm excited.
Things seem a little unstable in this kind of region of the world, whatever world this is. As Augustus looks around, and forgive me. This behind me is Iroh. He's kind of our bodyguard, and that Ekans you saw run around is Sir Hiss. He's just making sure that nothing sneaks up on us.
He shakes your hand vigorously as well.
He goes, throw them a chunk of rations, as I mentioned to them.
He goes, I am Hubald Bofin, and this is my wife, Beso Bofin. And she just kind of smiles and nods to all of you. And he goes, and we are the Merchant Bofin Group.
Merchant Bofin Group.
Yes.
That group is pretty small. I say you're recently expanding.
Okay, are we counting the young bundle of joy on the way?
Yes. Soon to be talented merchant.
Bofin? Apologies, I'm just updating the notes.
Oh, Bophin.
Copy that. Thank you.
No problem. Hubald Bofin and Beso Bofin. And he's like, yes, a little one on the way. We are very excited. It's such a joyous occasion. Another merchant to add to our beautiful journey across this land. And his wife just kind of rolls her eyes and she's like, yes, honey, it's going to be lovely. It's, and he goes, it's so fun to meet new people. That's so you came from, and he points to the path. He's like, did you wake up there? Did you get teleported there? How did you? Do you give a quick rundown of kind of things that have happened?
Yeah, sure. We'll give the honest account.
Okay. Yeah, you all talk over each other and back and forth as you kind of tell the rough story, leaving bits and pieces out, I'm sure, but the rough story of what's happened. And he looks at you and he goes, Solon was there. Did he leave anything for us?
Awkward silence.
That sounds like Solon. Yep, no. We built that little cabin for him so that he could, trade a little easier with us, because it's a bit of a long hike for us to go all the way around the bay and up and all the way back. Now we do it because it's good fun and we enjoy the journey, but it'd be nice to trade a little quicker some days for certain things. And especially right now with that darn giant Garchomp in the way, we haven't done really any trading with their town. So Solon, he's not a merchant, he's a fisherman, but he's not a merchant. And I always tell him, leave something in the cabin. We'll check it when we come by. And the last 3 times we've checked it, nothing, even though we haven't been over there to trade with him.
I'm just kind of wistfully shaking my head. Men of the sea never change.
Tell me about it. It's yep. So, can I interest you fine folks in anything? And he kind of points to the cart behind him.
You're darn right you can.
May I interest you in my wares, darn tootin'?
Yeah. What do you find folks in the mood for?
What you got, I guess, is the better
what does
question.
He have?
Yeah, do you have a specialization of goods or a bit of everything? Or?
Hodgepodge.
I expect a notarized inventory.
Yeah. He's like, well, we were just at Stellaris and we're headed over to Univerna, which is the town. He's like, if you don't know, but gathering from, you have a map. He's like and he points at your map and he's like, this is Univerna, which you guys already knew is the town to the east. And he's like, this is Stellaris. And you already knew that that's the town at the mouth of the bay. And you guys were at Nablar. So he goes, yeah, we were just at Stellaris and we're headed over to Univerna. We figure we'll winter there. It's a little nicer than Stellaris. So we tend to stay longer there. Nablar is very nice too. We'll stay longer there. Stellaris, you pass through Stellaris. But yeah, so we'll winter there, have the baby, maybe take spring there, see till the baby gets a little bigger, and then we'll head out. But yeah, so since we were just there, we have lots of dried fish, some ores, lots of river pearls, a little bit of gold, and a little bit of pelts.
Can I Can I take a look at one of those river pearls?
Yeah.
If I hold it in my hand and hold it close to Mackerel Moore's Pokeball, does it react?
Holding this river pearl in your hand, it doesn't give you the same kind of energy as anything like an evolutionary item or a TM.
Okay.
But I mean, it's a beautiful river pearl.
Mm-hmm.
And holding it close to Mackerel Moore's Pokeball, you do feel there's some kind of a connection between Mackerel Moore and rivers, but you can't.
But not distinctly with the pearl.
Not distinctly with the pearl.
Okay. Yeah,
like you can tell that it knows that it's a river pearl versus an ocean pearl.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an intriguement there, but it's nothing. It's like, oh, okay.
Well, thank you, and then I'll hold this back. As pardon me, my my Fenion is very particular about the gifts, so I like to let him choose his own. Thank you, though.
Fair. And he's like, Mr. Fetch is also very particular. He's a lovely gentleman. Mr. Fetch, and you just all of a sudden out of a tree just drops this Farfetch, and it's like, fetch, and it like waddles over. He's like, yeah, he's always, keeping his eye out, making sure we're safe. He's a good salesman too. And Farfetch holds up his little leek, and he's shaking it.
Oh. Good protector, you say?
Is this the same Mr. Fetch?
This is not the Mr. Fetch you guys met. No, this is a different Farfetch'd. Do you tell them about the Farfetch that you met?
No.
Okay. No.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Just like a silent man conversation with nods.
There's an unspoken bond between us that we witnessed something miraculous, and we are to tell no one.
We got something special.
We came in. Some say we came in contact with one of the Pokemon gods that day.
That's fair. Yeah. He's like, yeah, I've been with Mr. Fetch here for many, many years. He's having a ally that you can trust is important, and he kind of does that look with you like you understand me.
We do.
And
absolutely we do.
But yeah, no, if you're not interested, I understand. All sorts of.
What kind of pelts you got?
They're pelts. They're like hot, like warm pelts for for making clothes and leathers and stuff.
So
tribal life.
Yeah, I was about to say. So there's no money here. There's just goods and services.
Yes. He looks at you all and he says, we do use Pokeballs kind of as currency in this world, but it's mostly goods and services. Pokeballs are kind of every world has to have money. And, so we've developed Pokeballs as a currency because it seems to be the best resource. And he starts to go on this long tirade that you can tell, like his wife just starts pouring a cup of tea and like sitting back, and you can tell he's said this a long time. And it's like in whatever world he came from, he was an economics professor or something. Like he must have been, or he must like something, because this guy just goes on this long spiel about like the developing of currency and how it influences like culture and cities and like trade, and it just goes on and on and on. Yeah.
Oh, wow. My mortal enemy. My soul
Academia.
is crushed, and I'm beside his wife, like drinking, like I'm having a cup of tea with her, and we're both just like, yes, I see. He's an idiot.
Clinks teacup.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
we're around the fire. So sorry, at this point, I'm going to call everyone back because we're around the fire and kind of winding down. I'm going to find a tree to kind of set up my gear around and kind of just start settling down for the night.
Yeah. That the night passes smoothly, and you wake up in the morning, and they're like, okay, if you all are headed to Univerna as well, you're welcome to travel with us if you'd like, or you're welcome to travel on your own.
I don't know. I think traveling with them sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wonderful. We'd love to have you. And you see Hubald, he just kind of like cracks his back and does a stretch. And then he starts pushing the hand cart slow, like making his way down the trail. And his wife's just kind of walking beside him happily. And yeah, they start heading out.
I kind of like exchange a glance with the other guys and like gesture at the man pulling the cart. We gonna flex here? We feeling flexy? No, just me. All right. So
we can. I'll trade out with them. My Pokemon don't pull carts. They look out for everyone because they're out they're patrolling the bush around us. But I'll trade out with them. Augustus will trade out.
Oh, well, I was gonna be like Hishu and Growlithe is more than happy to pull the cart.
Yeah, it's all good. I need the workout anyways.
Yeah, if you guys trade out with him and like help pull the cart, you move along at a semi-reasonable speed. He wasn't moving slowly with the cart. It's just he's pulling a cart, so he's definitely not moving fast as walking speed.
Yeah.
But with all of you guys working together, and
wife, he's not going that fast.
Yeah, no, exactly. So even with you guys helping, he's like you're still walking with a pregnant woman who's not walking exceptionally fast.
Oh, I thought she was on the cart.
I mean, if you guys offer to put her on the cart, she will happily sit on the cart.
Okay, we set her on the cart. Initial D, go.
No, she's like, this is nice. She looks at her husband, and he's like, oh, don't you start now.
Don't you get used to this.
And she goes, honey, these are traveling trainers. You know, if anyone's going to, it's them. And he's like, fine. If we're dreaming, you can dream. And she goes, you know, we've traveled around a little bit here. And just so you're aware, there's some Pokemon to the kind of the east a little more of us, but south, just on the other side of the mountains, on the far east, on the other side of the mountains. There's a Pokemon. Yeah, far east on the other side of the mountains. And like if you pull out your little map, you notice she doesn't pull out her map. But if you pull out your map, she'll kind of point, and it would be where's the map? It would be the area of like F42.
Oh yeah, okay.
Those hills kind of there. Yeah, those hills. She kind of points to that area, and she goes, "There's a Pokemon there that I've heard is called Raging Bolt."
Oh,
and let me pull it up for you guys if I can. There's a Pokemon there called Raging Bolt, and I hear it is quite an impressive Pokemon. If we could get one of those to pull our cart, we wouldn't need to pull it. It could pull our cart, and both of us, husband, could sit in the cart and be happy. And our little one could sit in the cart and be happy. And he's like, yes, dear, it would be so lovely. I fully agree, but I don't think anyone's going to be catching one of those anytime soon. And she's like, well, they're out there. And these fine gentlemen look like excellent trainers. I'm sure one of them could catch one for us.
Into my ego like that.
I was just like, I'm good for it.
Crazy mom.
I feel like I would give them some other kind of Pokemon to pull their cart, then give them a Raging Bolt.
It's like
they're fairly common.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, there's a bunch. I hear there's a bunch of them in the area.
Doubt.
And she looks.
I have many doubt.
And he kind of looks at you guys, and he's like, "Look, I mean, if you can get one, you'd make my wife happier than anything, but beyond that, I'd be willing to give you. And he pulls out a map. It's clearly a map. He doesn't unroll it and show it to you, but you clearly know it's a map. And he goes, I'll give you a copy of this. And this is, I would wager my company that this is the most detailed map on the island.
Sucker for information.
Oh, he's getting all my hot spots. I'm like looking at my pathetic hand-drawn map, and I'm like, son
and
of
he
a
tucks
bitch,
the map back in his
knuckle
like,
bite.
We were going to mug you.
Yeah, literally knuckle biting.
Yeah.
This man has a way with words. I tell you what,
He's a merchant. Of course he does.
this guy's going places.
Detailed map.
Yeah, exactly.
While we're going along the way, I'm actually going to use my 2 vegetables. You said we can pick whatever vegetables we want. So
yeah.
Heracross and Ekans were out doing like just patrols and keeping an eye on the road and things like that. So when they come back to take their mandated lunch breaks, Heracross is going to eat an apple and Ekans is going to eat a celery, and I will take those out of my inventory.
Nice. They're
going to go back into my Pokeballs, and everybody is napping because it is a hot day.
They are very happy. You can see they're like very content, and you can put in the benefits, injuries, tracks section. You gave it to Heracross and Ekans.
Benefits, injuries. Sorry, you're gonna have to.
If you scroll down below your Pokemon, there's a little.
Yeah. See.
You can put one line that's Heracross. Very good mood, and then the next line is Ekans very good mood.
Okay.
And so it's a temporary boost that just you can use that kind of on your next roll sort of thing. And that'll fade at the end of this session. Yeah. But yeah, you have that there. And yeah, they're just happy. You guys walk for a while and, chat about all sorts of things on the island. Nothing too crazy comes up. He just Hubald is describing how they go from town to town and stuff, and they try to trade with each area, and they are the only trader, like merchants. He slips up every now and then and calls himself a trader. But then he's like, no, merchant. We're merchants. And like, he's like, yeah, there's nobody else who's willing to travel that much. And as you make it just past a little past midday, you start to, if you look on your map, you've kind of come out of that forest area. So you've gone, for lack of better words, you went, if you look where the city is that you started, and you go straight east to what would be C24, like the middle of C24, 3 tiles in from the ocean. And then if you go straight up and to the right to that grassy tile, not forest tile, with the 2 trees there on C19, straight in line with the lighthouse. And in line with the other city. So you're at that tile right now.
Okay.
And he's, as the forest starts to give way and these grassy fields appear, he's like, what a beautiful day. If only every day could be like this. As a merchant, you heard my wife's dreams of being able to pull the cart, but I have dreams of always traveling in fair weather. I would love if you gentlemen could catch me a cast form. I hear they are capable of cast form. There you go. It's in the encounter table. I hear they are capable of controlling the weather. And that, as a merchant, would be extremely useful. And his wife just, useful. But what good is nice weather when we can't pull the cart? He's like, well, look, honey, cast forms are local to this area. They're, if we just go off the beaten track, I'm sure we could find any points north, just a little northwest. And he's like, they're all around there. But and she just kind of gives him a death glare as she's like holding her stomach, and she's like, and he's like, yes, I know. I'm not leaving the track. I'm not leaving the path. You and the child come first, but think about how much easier it would be to travel with nice weather all the time. And she's like, yes, honey, but we must keep going.
Oh,
they must keep going. I look at the boys. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Aim for the bushes.
Just tuck and roll.
Motion becomes invisible.
Are you guys going to look for a cast form?
Heck
We'll add it to the list.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going right now.
Okay,
going right now?
With my binoculars right now, do I see any?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Ooh.
My man.
And I will also use Beldum to kind of like lift me up in the air a little bit while I'm looking.
You can hover.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Roll me research.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a straight research roll. Give me that sweet research.
So would that be 3 then?
That would be 4 dice, and I'll give you one for I'll give you one for Beldum as a bonus dice. Yeah. I'll be nice. So 5 dice.
5. Okay.
Or sorry, 4 dice. 4 dice.
Oh, okay. Let me
4
roll
dice.
that. Oh, that was a good roll.
4 dice, because you have 1 for your nature, 2 for your research, and then 1 for Beldum. So 4 dice.
Okay. Here's hoping for another good roll. Okay. Double 5s and a 6.
Double 5s. That's as good as a roll as you can get.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can see thanks to your binoculars, you can see into the distance. The weather is changing just in a very localized spot, and you can see the movement of some Pokemon over there. You can't make out exactly what Pokemon they are, but you can see that there are some Pokemon moving over there, and the weather is changing slightly, which you can only assume would be a cast form using some kind of weather changing move. The twist, I'm going to give this one to you, Travis. No. Wait. Axel. Thank you. Sorry. Axel. The twist, Axel, you can pick what the weather is changing to. Currently, it is a bit of a kind of a, light, sunny, little clouds here and there, cool autumn breeze kind of a weather. Would you like it to get sunnier? Would you like it to be rainy over there? Snowy? Windy? What would you like this, whatever Pokemon, what are they doing? What weather would you like them to be shifting it to?
I'm going to go sunny.
Sunny?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to go with sunny. So that is okay. Sunny. Perfect.
Oh gosh! Imagine if we caught him the wrong cast form.
Scars the land for an eternity.
You the rain spirit. Enjoy. He'd be like, please take it away.
Yeah, sunny. So you can see over there the clouds are parting, and this like beam of sunlight is hitting down in the distance. Are you telling the others? Are you just leaving? Are you telling Hubald and Beso anything? What?
Oh yeah, I'm basically shouting at them like, hey, in this direction. I think I see something that is pointing towards where we can find a cast form.
Cast ho.
Okay. Yeah. They're like, oh, okay. And they kind of look around, and then they look back at you, and they're like, it's getting a little late. If you follow this path, and they kind of point in the direction they were going towards the city, they're like, if you follow it just a little ways, we have another camp that we kind of like to make it to a camp each night, sort of thing, especially now with the baby on the way. So we'll kind of go to the camp, and you guys can meet us there. Is that okay? Or we'll wait. We'll wait at the camp. And he kind of looks at his husband, and his wife looks at him, and she's like, "It's okay." And he goes, "We'll wait at the camp one extra night, because it's going to take you guys, like, you can see it's in the distance. Like, it's going to take you a little bit to walk over there. You're not making it there and back to the camp. You're going to have to sleep somewhere for the night, and then or truck it through the night, kind of thing."
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. So they're like, "Yeah, we will spend one extra night at camp, and then we are heading on to the city. Obviously, you can meet us at the city too, but like we will wait one night for you at camp."
Okay.
And so they
more than reasonable.
Yeah, they head out and make their way as you guys start trucking it to the north to make your way all the way over to this whatever Pokemon you see battling in the distance.
Okay.
Okay. We're on a quest to go seek the sun.
Okay. You guys all trek for, as I say, it's like a good 3 hours or so. You guys walk, and it's starting to be dusk as you see this still beam of light just shining down on this one patch. And as you get closer, you know what? No, you don't need to be very sneaky because they're battling. As you get closer, you can clearly see 6 cast forms. There's 5 cast forms, 4 regular cast forms, 1 shiny cast form. And then those 5 are fighting a cast form. Now, cast form is, if I pull it up here on our encounters, cast form is all white. The shiny cast form
is pink.
The cast form they are fighting is like a midnight black.
Oh.
And it has a black shadow like pulsating off of it.
That seems fine.
I want it.
It's clearly like angry and like they're fighting pretty fiercely. And as they're fighting it, and as you guys, just as you approach, you see they've almost like the 5 cast forms have almost ganged up and like taken out this one cast form, or like, tried to knock it back. And it all of a sudden it like unleashes this powerful, like just burst of energy that like pushes the other cast forms back, and it soaks up that sunlight, and boom, it like that you see that light of evolution that you've all seen before because you're all Pokemon trainers, and this blinding light of evolution appears in front of you as this cast form evolves into Landorus.
Oh,
what?
Shit.
Oh, really?
It's in the encounters table. And this black and white Landorus with this dark pulsating shadow appears in front of these 5 cast forms. And it just starts swinging at them. They're giving it their all, but like it's clearly about to overtake them. You are all here now.
That's a very good roll. I like that.
I am going to have Ditto transform into Landorus and help protect the other cast forms.
Okay. It's going to take a turn for Ditto to transform.
Yeah.
So does anyone want to act while Ditto's transforming?
Me.
Okay.
I'm going to... Man, I definitely don't want to leap towards Landorus. I don't want to be anywhere near him. So I'm going to... Do I go for... Man, Slash is probably not the right type here. He's rock, isn't he?
Landorus. I'm not going to say.
He's ground flying?
From our previous, from what we know.
Yes.
But we don't know what he could be.
Yeah, what does he look like when you say Landorus?
He's the Jin.
Dude
it's
form?
The picture. Yeah, it's the picture that is in the encounters. It's guy sitting on top of a cloud.
Yeah,
with that big tail.
So he's a floating enemy. Like he's
the star genie from Mario Party.
I'm going to get Charmander to levitate like a surrounding ring of stones and then try to like pinpoint crush his ass with ancient power.
Okay. Roll ancient power. That is a rock. So roll me rock. So you'll get 2 dice.
Roof. Okay. Pray for Mojo. Double fours.
Double fours? Okay.
Double fours.
So that's a conflict with a twist. So you are going to hit it. You're going to hit it. So how damage works in this system, because you guys haven't really done a lot of damage and we haven't really discussed damage. So a 6 is a full hit. Full hit being 2 damage. A 4-5 is a hit. That's 1 point of damage. And a 1-2-3 is a miss. So sometimes you will end up with a conflict when you roll a 4 or 5. Sometimes you might end up with something better when you roll a 6. But standard is just you do a point of damage, or you do 2 points of damage, or you do 0. Fairly easy. I just kind of streamlined it because otherwise you have to make a conflict. Like we can do some conflicts, but yeah, that's just going to be. And there's not you can take a defensive action or you can take an offensive action. You cannot take both. So when I roll to hit you guys, it will be the same style of roll. So you will just take damage sometimes. Okay? Just getting that out of the way before people start to be like, why did I take damage? That is why.
Because you're dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
You decided to fight a Jin.
Yep. The Charmander uses ancient power. Describe Charmander throwing rocks at this Landorus.
Well, in true ancient power, it's not rock throw. It's true. Ancient power. Charmander's doing the little because he's only got 3 little thingies, right? So he's doing I have psychic powers. I'm holding them to my temples. I've got my eyes closed and my head down, and he's doing a Ness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a ring of six smaller stones flies from the ground upwards in a spiral, and then they all kind of spiral in towards Landorus.
Yep. Nice. Yeah, he gets hit and kind of taken aback, and his attention turns from these 5 cast forms to you all. And you can see I'll roll here. Oops. I wanted to roll 3 dice, not roll. Actually, wait, I want to roll all 5 of them. As you see, why did that roll 6?
Dice confusion.
5d6. There we go.
Yeah, worked that time.
There we go. Okay, as you see the Landorus turn and his attention leaves these cast forms, the 4 normal class forms immediately all start to flee, and the shiny one still stands his ground and is continuing to attack and help you guys. But this Landorus now full attention is pivoted to all of you, as it's going to technically Wait, who gets Travis and Augustus? You'll get an action before it takes its action, but its attention is on you.
Fair enough. So it's been ancient powered, and that didn't. What did that do to it?
It hit it. It hurt. Like it's taken damage from it, but it's turned, and it's now aggressive towards you.
Neat. I'm gonna kind of tree line. It's out in the open air. It's sunny out.
Yeah,
I can't do anything with that sun.
Dusk. It's dusk around you, except this beam of light that has like enveloped this arena.
I'm going to have my Growlithe cheer on the Charmander.
Okay.
That way, because I don't really have anything to help with the flying Pokemon, while I look around for things to throw at it.
That's fair. Okay.
Like berries or
So helping hand, you'll give advantage to Charmander's next roll. Okay.
Perfect.
And remind me, these two merchants, the Bofins, they're still with us, right?
No, the Bofins.
We had left them behind. Okay.
Yeah, they didn't want to veer off the path. So they went to the camp, and you guys went about 3 hours north of the path.
Okay, so I'm going to take a double defensive stance. And so what that means is that I'm standing back more so like around by the trainers. And so Sir Hiss is coiled up in front of me, kind of in front of everybody. In his description, Ekans curls itself up in a spiral while it rests. Assuming this position allows it to quickly respond to a threat from any direction. Then Heracross is going to hover about 3 to 5 feet, kind of in front of me and up off to the side, keeping an eye. And we're going to go into a defensive, kind of protective formation so that nothing approaches the trainers. But I will prep. Ekans is going to prep. Let's go with Wrap. And Iroh is going to prep Brick Break.
Okay.
Because he'll do a downward drop attack.
Okay. Sounds good.
But that's only if anybody comes within like range.
Yeah. Close range.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, this Landorus is going to it's PO'd that you have got involved in this, and it's looking very angry.
Involved in this.
And it's going to use it'll use Stone Edge, as it just starts with like it lowers itself a little bit so its tail hits the ground, and these rocks just leap out of the ground, and its tail will swing around and like bash all the rocks as if it's a baseball, and these sharpened rocks just fly towards your group. And yeah, it's going to attack you.
Duck and cover!
It will.
How many rocks is it throwing at us? I'd like to use a reaction kind of from Iroh using Brick Break to kind of break and intercept as many as he safely can.
Yes. Roll. You have fighting. You prepped your action, so roll
and
3 dice.
And I have flying because he's in the air.
Yeah. Roll your 3 dice.
3? Okay.
Yeah. And you can try and intercept. I'm going to say it was swinging. No. It was swinging 6 rocks at you guys.
A 4, a 1, and a 2.
A 4, 1, and a 2. So you can defend against some of the rocks.
Okay.
So
I was gonna say, can I also make a defensive action?
no, your Ditto is transforming.
What about my other Pokemon?
You haven't stated they were out, so they can be out for the next action.
Duskull, you ghost. Become a poltergeist.
The rock just like goes through Duskull. Duskull's like, oh, that's neat.
Oh, hey, like looking at himself.
Yeah. There's 6 rocks coming towards you. With that roll, you can block 3 of them. So 3 Pokemon that are out. So who does Iroh protect first? Because the Pokemon that are out are Iroh, Surhiss.
Yeah.
Oops, that's the wrong button.
Krond.
Iroh, Surhiss, Krond, and Ditto.
Okay.
And Charmander.
Oh, and Charmander. Sorry, and Charmander. So there's 5 Pokemon out, and there were 6 rocks being thrown.
And what's the physical formation like? Because you guys were throwing stuff.
Y'all were in a line, for argument's sake.
Yeah. Okay, and that's what I'm wondering. Okay, so let's go with 1 for Charmander.
1 to protect Charmander.
Because Charmander's on the offensive.
Okay.
1 for Krond. Because kind of
he's helping Charmander.
Yeah, and protect the softest and kind of whoever's not combative. Yeah. And then protect Illuminator. Are they just attacking the Pokemon?
Yeah, they're just attacking the Pokemon.
Then the third one will be Ditto.
Ditto? Okay.
Yeah.
So the 3 hits, we're going to do... Oops, didn't mean to drag that over there. The 3 hits, 2 will hit Iroh.
Okay.
And 2 will hit, and 1 will hit Surhiss, sorry. And they hit for 2 each.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
They hit for 2 each?
Yeah.
Shit.
So Iroh's going to take, you see Iroh, like, do you want to describe Iroh's valiant move here?
Yeah, fuck. I didn't realize it did 2 each. Shit. Yeah, so Iroh, flitting around as an insect does. He's looking and he's like, oh man, I can't get all of these. And so he kind of does like a look slow-mo, no, and he does like some arms up, almost like jumping in front of bullets. And as he gets pelted by rocks, he just gets kind of pushed back and thrown off to the side. And another one of them that misses him in the overlap ends up hitting Surhiss in the face, and he's going to bare his fangs in a big, nasty response.
Yeah.
And yeah, that sucks. I'm gonna run forward and try to rouse and/or check on Iroh, and if he has no permanent damage, then I will return him to his Pokeball so I can help heal him up later.
Yeah. No, you get to him and he's looking a little rough, but yeah, he like gives you the like thumbs up, like he stopped as much as he could.
You did good, buddy. It's all right. Take a break. We'll catch up later.
Yeah, top of the round to you all. We'll start with Axel as Ditto transforms into Landorus. You can pick 1 move from Landorus's moveset.
And that's what Cerebi Pokedex up to Gen 7, and I believe up to level 30 currently?
Up to, level 30 currently.
Oh, 30?
Or 35. You can go up to level 35, I think, yeah.
Let's go for... Now, question. One of the moves is in prison.
That would be an interesting and very good choice. Yeah, I see that there.
All
fully
he does
agree.
is stuff the genie in the bottle.
Yeah.
Ultimate cosmic power. Itty bitty living space.
I think I'll go for imprison then.
Yep. It won't stop him completely, but it will definitely shut him, like slow
shut
him
him
and
down.
slow him
Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna know imprison.
Yep.
So as Ditto transforms, I send out Piplup and Duskull.
Yep.
I'm going to have Ditto imprison Landoris in basically this sphere of psychic energy.
Okay.
Wait. I think I'll do it the other way because, like, I. Okay.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, he's in a sphere, then attacks won't really hurt him. Or would they?
So yeah.
Okay. So he's imprisoned, and I'm going to have Piplup basically fire a barrage of bubble beam at him, while having Duskull cast Confuse Ray onto him as well.
Okay. So again, when you do multiple, like, you guys are more than welcome to use all your Pokemon in one action, but doing multiple things is tricky for both the trainer and for the Pokemon.
Okay.
So you'll take you can do these three things. You're going to take like a cut or some cuts. What is the primary action you would like to succeed?
Imprison.
Imprison? Okay. So that's going to be roll psychic. So you'll get 3 dice for that.
Okay.
And then you're going to cut 1 dice for the complex action of working together as a team.
Okay, so then 2 days?
No. So you roll 3 and you take away the highest number you get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take away the 6 then, I guess.
So you get a 3.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, so Ditto's going to try to use Imprison, and you see Ditto like focus as Landoris focusing its like energy, and it shoots this beam, and it narrowly misses Landoris, and Landoris just turns to the side as Bubble Beam and this screech of confusion, and this Confuse Ray, this beam of energy of Confuse Ray, also narrowly miss it. Landoris just like floating there, this shadow pulsating around it as it gets angrier and angrier, and you see it like building.
Question.
Yeah.
Does my types not play a part in the other moves succeeding? Because I have a point in Ghost for Duskull.
Yeah. So I didn't cut you more than once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, because you also could have gone with Confuse Ray being your primary move, and you would have used that point in Ghost. But if you had used Bubble Beam as your primary move, you wouldn't have had the point in Water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I tried.
You did. I mean, it was a good effort. You if you had a hit, it would have been really strong.
Go big or go home.
Yeah. 10 out of 10. Actually, I'm gonna do top of the round with Cast Form next, because the little Cast Form is the little shiny Cast Form is still sitting beside you guys, and it's going to, with all of its little shiny Cast Form might, it's going to shoot water gun at this thing. Yeah. And it's just going to, like, it's unfortunately a little sad. It's just this little, like,
down puff,
yeah, it just, Landoris Landoris just, like, smacks it away with its tail. And you see this little Cast Form go flying into, like, it's still up, but it's looking pretty hurt. It's good, yeah.
Nero, use tackle.
All right, so Nero's getting boosted by Growlithe.
Yep.
It's doing spooky stuff. This is for science.
Yes.
Okay.
This is
Throw a
all for
Pokeball.
science.
Okay. Yeah, it's a big Pokemon or a good sized Pokemon. You
It's
can throw a Pokeball,
distracted.
you hit it. Yeah, no, it's
Okay.
distracted. You hit it with the Pokeball,
This is for
and
science, guys.
you see the Pokeball enter, because that shadow, like that black dark shadow, circles the whole Pokemon, right? Like it's pulsating off of it. You see this Pokeball touch that shadow, and the Pokeball like bursts into flames and then explodes.
Yep, it's okay.
Jesus.
I had to do it.
Yeah.
Now we know, and
Yep.
Zorua is gonna. Trapinch is gonna use Bulldoze not as an attack, but to set up just like a mound of earth, like a rock wall between us and the Landorus.
Try to like a little barricade.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Roll. Actually, I'll give. Yeah. Roll.
Oh, that didn't work. Hide.
Yeah. Roll for a ground attack. So you'll get two dice for this.
Okay. 2 dice for this.
And then depending upon how good it'll be, I'll cut some dice from Landorus.
Just trying to run. Nope.
Trapinch starts digging itself a hole so it's protected.
You know what? I can't even shame. I can't even shame him, right?
Yeah. Can't even be mad.
Can't even be mad.
Nero and Augustus.
To narrate a little bit here, Charmander's eyes are going to also go dark, and he's going to get kind of like a faint purple negative glow around his body.
Ooh.
And he's going to basically just have like sort of like a dragony shadow around him as he flies from the ground at like intense speed, intending to dragon rush directly into Landorus.
That seems to be extra bright with some focus from.
Yeah, he's like, you see him like running off the ground, and he jumps, and as he jumps, Krond, the Hisuian Growlithe, jumps up as well and allows Charmander to jump off of his head to double jump.
Yes, let's go. He's advent childrening.
Yep.
Okay, sick.
And yeah, so you can roll Dragon Rage with advantage. So that's
no rush.
Dragon Rush. Dragon Rush with advantage. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 dice.
Don't fail me now.
Double sixes.
Double sixes.
Oh my god! Now that's the best roll.
Please describe Charmander hitting this Landorus.
You know, it big. There's like a swelling symphony, full orchestra playing in the background. There's like one really intense guitar playing like shredding electric metal, and he soars into the sky like a mighty eagle that knows only destruction and vengeance, and he meets against the like clashing shadow of Landorus, and like it catches him like a rag doll, but then he gets even angrier and forces his way through and just headbutts him. Nice. They compare skulls, and Landorus is found wanting.
Beautiful. Yeah. Charmander like lands back beside you, just ready. This power surged inside of him. And Landorus is like kind of shaken and, has floated a little closer to the ground. This dark aura is weakening, but still around him. And yeah, it's very. He's still like starting to brush it off and try and get back up to attack. Augustus.
Seeing that Sir Hiss is having a rough go of it, I'm gonna put him back in his Pokeball as well.
That's fair.
Yeah, we're here. They're here to help people. They're not here to fight. So, what we're gonna do is describe the area that we're in. Sorry. So is it like treed? Is it like a little like open?
No, this
meadow?
is a grassy field going towards a coastline kind of a thing.
Gotcha. Okay. So I guess at this point, I am going to pick up and throw a rock at this Landorius as best as I can. Actually, no.
You can.
One sec. So how many of these other cast forms are there?
There's one cast form left, and he's looking pretty injured. He's not looking as injured as the Landorus is right now.
All right, I'm going to throw a Pokeball at the
and he's a shiny little cast form.
Yeah, I'm going to throw a Pokeball at the cast form, yeah.
Okay. Roll me a D6. Evens you catch, odds you don't.
Okay, one sec.
Come on.
Now we know if it's got a Shadow Aura, we can't Pokeballs explode.
That's fair. Honestly, that's a good thing to learn. That is a very, very valuable.
Damn it. Sorry.
I did the same thing a minute ago. I did the exact same thing a minute ago.
What am I doing wrong here, guys?
So /roll space.
/roll space. Oh
yeah, not /space roll. There you go.
Dang, 5. No,
so delete a Pokeball and you take a miss.
Unfortunate.
The cast form doesn't notice that you threw a Pokeball at it.
Nice. Yeah, so I'm just gonna continue making sure that all of us trainers are safe, and anybody that's not part of the encounter is safe.
Have you let out any Pokemon? Or
nope. My Pokemon are staying in their Pokeballs.
That's fair. Okay.
No, across it down, so I'm not letting.
That's fair. Landorus is going to take a swing. And he is going to be shooting. He's weakened this time. So he's going to be shooting only one rock. And it's going to... Who's still out? We have Krond.
Yeah.
We have Charmander.
Well, Kron's a hard hit. I'm not going to lie. You said he's in the dirt.
No. Fractura's in the dirt.
Oh, right. You're right. Krond is currently recovering from the jump.
Krond, Charmander... And we have Piplup and Ditto. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to roll to see who he hits. 2. So he's going to hit Charmander.
I expected this.
Yeah, he sees Charmander has clearly attacked him. And so Landorus is going to just size himself up. And against Charmander, who hit him with that incredible Dragon Rush, he's going to use Hammer Arm as that. It's called Hammer Arm, but he'll use his tail as that huge, thick tail just comes smashing down on Charmander, and it's going to bash Charmander for 2 points of damage as Charmander just gets absolutely smoked across the field. And barely is standing up. And this Landorus just yells in anger. And we'll go back to the top. Oh, go ahead.
No. I was like, do we just leave?
As we go back to the top of the round with the little cast form buddy. And yeah. The little cast form buddy is going to once again just pull up all its might and use Water Gun.
He's got some spunk.
And it's going to hit this time because Landorus is focused so much on you guys and has lowered himself from the air down to you. It's going to hit and it's just going to splash all over this Landorus. And Landorus kind of turns and he's now focused back on this cast form. But he is looking very, very beat up.
cast form or the Landorus?
The Landorus.
Okay.
The
turn?
shadow is still there. Yes. Your turn. Go ahead.
All right.
Axel.
This time, just by itself, I will cast Imprison
Okay.
and throw a Pokeball
At who?
at Landorus.
Landorus still has his shadow.
Got to do a bit more damage, otherwise your
Yeah.
Pokeball will just bounce off and waste.
Yeah. I will warn you on that. You can you can still use Imprison. You're still welcome to use Imprison.
And Piplup was still out, isn't he?
Okay.
Piplup's still out. Yeah.
I will use Imprison on Landorus, and I will use the Pokeball on the cast form.
Okay. Roll Imprison. That's 3 dice.
Okay.
We'll do that first, and then roll separately just a single dice, and evens you catch, odds you don't.
Okay, so here's for the Imprison.
Okay.
Double 4s and a 3.
So, yep. And then roll evens odds for catching.
Okay.
Just a single dice. Odds. So you miss catching it.
Ah!
And
Apparently.
it notices you throw the Pokeball at it, and it's kind of confused. It's starting to back up. As you use Imprison, as your Ditto as Landorus uses Imprison, Ditto basically like goes over and wraps its tail around and like pulls Landorus to the ground. Normally Imprison wouldn't damage, but for the twist, I'm going to damage it. And Landorus is going to smack into the ground as Ditto holds onto it tightly, and that shadow just, as it hits the ground and it takes that last bit of damage, and you can see it starting to like faint, that shadow pulls away from it and dissipates, but you're left with your Ditto. Like, your Ditto is clearly just a normal Landorus. But left there is a Landorus that has lost all of its color. So instead of being that bright orangey yellow kind of color, or orange and red, it's black and white. It's lost all of its color. And you see this cast form, like, after seeing you throw the Pokeball, it's going to kind of, it's not sure whether it's ready to flee or if it's going to stay. It's on the edge here.
All right.
And you guys, there's...
I catch them both.
I mean, yeah.
I set him up and you catch him, of course.
Yeah.
No, no, man. I think I'm going to power level Charmander here.
What are you doing? What's your game plan?
Well, he's down. Is he fainted or like?
Yeah. He's that black aura has dissipated, and he's like passed out, being like held by Ditto, basically.
Well, I have to catch the cast form because he's the actual reason we're here. Landorus can go back to his Shadow Rage after we're done. We just beat up legendaries. That's how cool we are. We beat up legendaries and don't even bother to catch them. However, that shiny cast form, I'm going to whip a Pokeball at him. He's evaded us long enough.
Excellent.
Yeah, right.
Evens you catch, odds you miss.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Five.
Man.
All of the fives.
Oh my God. Why do we all suck at throwing?
I'm gonna roll here to see if it.
I hit him. He just popped out. That's what happened.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, accidentally tapped
We
B.
couldn't miss from that range.
You hit him, and he pops out, and he's like startled and confused, and he's gonna start to move away. There are 2 of you left with actions before he will actively be far enough away.
Catch it.
Everybody take your attempt at him.
I'll throw one more.
Okay, go ahead. Evens you catch, odds you miss.
All right, 1 second.
Could like your Ekans wrap him too, or does that increase the
roll.
difficulty?
No, my Ekans is not having a good day either, so I'm gonna let him be. Fuck.
Odds. Okay.
Sake, sorry, that's a 1.
All right,
one,
so it's either the
babies.
legendary that's black and white or the shiny cast form. I guess I'll throw the Pokeball with the group and take one last chance with the cast form. How far away from me is the cast form?
It's not that far. Like, you guys were all fighting and it came in close to deal that last like hit a minute ago. So it's probably like 20 feet away from you. Like, just floating there. Like, the grass is probably like waist height, and it's probably floating like 2 feet above the grass, 20 feet away from you.
I only had... Okay, I had that there. No, that's not. I was just like, I throw my Inkwell at it, but that's not really gonna work because that's throwing a new Pokemon out altogether. So I'm just gonna throw the Pokeball at it.
Yep.
Well,
evens you catch, odds you miss.
Fractera's gonna try to sneak up behind it. And
okay. Do you want to have the cut to your Pokeball throw or the cut to Fractera?
Cut to Fractera.
Okay.
5, just like everyone else.
I don't like this dice roller. This dice roller's rigged.
Yeah, we've thrown at least 5 or 6. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
I've thrown 3 today.
5. We threw 5 at it.
That's
all.
Sorry, I've thrown 4 Pokeballs today, and not a single one's done anything.
Oh, and I was worried that a 50-50 would be too high and you'd catch too many things.
That's a thing, though. It's 50-50 doesn't come up that much.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys, it's so Fractera's gonna try and like startle it to give you guys another round at catching it.
Well,
to slow it down.
Like, sneak up to it maybe to catch it, but yeah, because in its big ass mouth.
Okay. Do you want? Okay, you can do one of two things. You can try to catch it with its mouth, like hold it.
Yeah.
Or you can try to, like just basically, like startle it to give you guys another throw, but it'll be a throw at 40% instead of 50% catch rate.
That's up to the group now.
No. As far as Augustus is concerned, if 5 Pokeballs wasn't enough, then he wasn't meant to be caught. But that's just me.
Okay.
So I was trying to catch him with
Stay Wild, cast form.
What was that?
I was saying Stay Wild, cast form, but it sounds like Nero's taking another shot at it.
All right.
I have to. I can't. It's his sunny day, right? Like, I'm not gonna let my man, whatever his name is,
both in the merchant.
Both in these nuts. I'm sorry. I've been resisting the urge to say that this entire time. I just had to get it out of my system. Right?
Hey man, she got pregnant.
Taking both in these.
Yes, at least they work. I'm gonna whip one more Pokeball. You know what?
Hold up.
I'll give him the startle with the 40%.
With the startle. Okay. Yeah, Fractera can do that. So yeah, Nero and Axel and Augustus if you want, but Augustus you've chosen not to. Mm-hmm. So Nero first here. Roll. How do I do 40%? No.
40%.
Because it's 40%. So you're gonna roll a D10, and if it's a 7, 8, 9, 10, you catch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So roll D10. 7, 8, 9, 10 catches. A 6.
Oh,
sweet tater tot salad. You guys are just like
finally got an evens.
You finally got an even.
Oh my god, we did.
Dude, here's a cast for him who's like
rigged.
He's been beaten to the edge of his life, and he's broken out of like 7 or 8 Pokeballs in a row. Where is he getting his energy?
Okay,
Your force of will.
Axel, you're the last one. Roll a D10. 7, 8, 9, 10. You catch.
Whoa!
I retire.
What if I want to catch the legendary?
Landorus, it's not going to happen, man. Just walk away. We don't have.
Landorus is sitting there.
Our balls are not giant enough.
What do you mean the Landorus is just sitting there? What do you mean by that?
Like
Ian?
it's knocked out, fainted. Don't worry about the deal with the thing in front of you first. The cat.
This is your fault by giving us 2 Pokemon.
Yeah, right? Okay, so roll a 1d10.
1d10, yeah.
Alright. Yeah!
Oh, finally.
God.
Sweet pickle
10
salad. I hope you
Pokemon.
guys all have been deleting your Pokeballs as you
Yeah, I'm down to 7.
Yep.
I was at 11 at the start of today.
Oh, beautiful.
I definitely threw a handful.
Beautiful.
All my
Beautiful.
science.
Okay. Yeah, you can add shiny cast form to your Pokemon list as you catch this. The fainted Pokemon, so you cannot catch fainted Pokemon. That's just it's a trainer's etiquette kind of a thing.
I don't see no trainers.
I heal it just enough.
Oh my god.
You can heal it. You can heal it. You're welcome to.
What if we revive it and it comes back with a shadow?
You don't know if it will or not.
It will. Now, I mean, shadow. The condition of a shadow Pokemon is created by intense amounts of like hatred and abuse in a Pokemon's heart. It's a darkness that permeates all the way through it. You can't remove it simply by
knocking it out and then bringing it back.
I give it a sweet ass massage.
I'm just saying, it's a truly tragic condition, and I wish that I didn't know. I wish I had never seen it before, and I hope to never have to see it again. Yeah. I'm just going to kind of like start walking off. We're done what we came to do.
Yeah.
Well, at least my Ditto's a Landorus.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, I can do a Landorus now.
We saved the cast form and we completed our mission. That's good enough.
As you guys leave,
and I mean, we beat Landorus.
Yeah, that little sunny spot dissipates, and you guys realize it's dark. Like, it is very dark. You can attempt to make your way back to the road in the absolute darkness, or you can camp slightly a little ways away from here.
Duskull can cast Will-O-Wisp and light a fire for us.
That's true.
Oh.
And the boonies said they would wait one night for us.
Yes. So
we can meet up with them first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
No, sorry, they meant like one night, like tonight plus one night sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we got time.
Yeah, they're going to wait an extra day for us to catch up.
Like they would normally leave in the morning, but they're going to wait one day. So they're waiting one extra night. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So let's set up camp.
Okay.
Yeah, let's camp. We're tired and beat to shit.
That's fair. You guys,
what's the HP recovery on Pokemon on a long rest?
Yeah. So you guys all rest. You can heal your Pokemon 1 HP right now.
Okay.
You got another rest later to heal some more. But yeah, you guys all can heal 1 point. And then in the morning, you wake up. If you take a look around, that Landorus is gone. It must have woken up sometime at night and disappeared.
Peace the fuck out.
And yeah, you guys can make it uneventfully back to camp.
Cool.
And we'll end the session here as you guys are just about to enter camp. Okay. So that way we can start next session with you guys entering camp and telling the Bowfins what happened. I was Ian doing my best.
I was Austin doing absolutely my worst.
This was Cabe, concerned as always for everyone.
This is Dylan. Life is a cosmic tragedy we cannot escape.
And this was Taylor. Go big or go home.
Excellent. We're sponsored by nobody. Signing off.